I just want to start this video with saying I don't have a problem with the LGBTQ plus community, but I do hate how these soulless, money-hungry corporations try to appeal to minority groups like the LGBTQ community. Because, let's be honest here, they don't really care about you or your cause. The only thing they care about are profits and making their shareholders happy. Like, I don't know if I'm the only one, but I find their overt display of support for Pride Month, for example, because it is June and it is Pride Month, to just be disingenuous and even downright insulting to the people that Pride Month is supposed to represent, because they just don't care. They're literally using you guys as a tool to market and make more profits. That's all they're doing. Because as soon as you guys start becoming a hindrance to their profits, they're gonna cut you out. They're gonna get rid of you like a bad habit. Let's use Activision for example, because I'm playing Call of Duty right now. If Activision was really down for the LGBTQ plus cause, then how come we have been hearing women employees talking about getting sexually assaulted at the workplace? If the company really cared, those things would not be happening. If these companies really cared about gay pride and all that sort of stuff, how come when June ends, we see these companies just remove the pride propaganda from their profile photos and from their merchandising and stuff? Like they just got done trick-or-treating, like they're just taking off a costume. Like they were just, going door to door to the customers being like, hey, trick or treat, holding the pride flag, acting like they cared. And as soon as June's over, they just dump the costume and go back to being soulless. And what really gets me about all this is the fact that they're just doing it to get brownie points with you guys, so they can keep making profits. Because I know 100% if it was between making the lives of your community better or making more money, you guys will be getting bent in the name of the almighty dollar. And again, I have no issue with Pride Month whatsoever, or even the LGBTQ plus community. But these companies should just stay quiet and act like the immoral, money-hungry, exploiting monsters that they are, instead of surface leveling supporting you guys for 1 month out of the year, and then dropping you like a bad habit as soon as July comes around. They literally get rid of that stuff immediately. It's like 11:59 to 12 a.m. and as soon as that July comes, they go back to business as usual and pretend you guys don't even exist. Nike is another great example. They will do stuff to appeal to the LGBTQ plus community in June, but they literally exploit third world countries and child labor to make those Pride Month edition shoes. Morals are thrown out the window when it starts affecting the bottom line of any of these companies, not just Nike. They don't care. They don't care. They just want money. And that's what gets me the most, is they act like they care, but they don't. I just want to see companies stop trying to virtue signal and appeal to communities like the gay community in June, just because it is marketable to do so at that time of year. Unless they are seriously trying to help create positive change for these communities and are willing to sacrifice their bottom line. Because in my eyes, they just show how low they are willing to go in the name of profit and pandering. And I also think it's deeply insulting to you guys because these companies are acting like you don't understand what they're trying to do. They act like they can just exploit you guys, and you guys are just like, oh yeah, Nike loves me, Target loves me, Budweiser or Bud Light loves me. It's like none of these companies love you. They love your money, and that's it. As soon as you do something to affect their money that they are making from profits, they will cut you like a bad habit. They do not care. Unless you are a shareholder at these companies, or unless there's a specific case, because again, not every company in the world is bad money hungry, but most of them are. Let's just keep it real. Unless you're a shareholder, or you're like a top guy at the company, they are not your friends. You are the consumer, and they are the person giving you the product, and that's it. Trying to appeal to some niche audience that they don't really care about is just disgusting. Now, if they actually cared about it and they had an interest in it, then you know what? Go for it. I can understand. But most of these companies will do stuff to actually go against the communities that they're trying to pander to in June or whatever day, right? They will literally pay politicians that are in office that are anti-pride, for example, just because it'll affect their bottom line more positively. And then they'll have the nerve in June to put the gay pride flag as their logo or whatever, put the colors on their company logo. These are the type of people that we are dealing with. They are liars, they are disingenuous, and they just need to be what they have always been. Apolitical companies with no morals or values that only care about money and their profit margins and how they can make even more. The only reason they're not, or at least from what I've seen, they're not doing it as much this year as they've done previously is because they are seeing what's happened with Bud Light and Target, and they are afraid. They are afraid to get their profits hit just like those two companies have gotten hit. And I'm not trying to say that the Target and Bud Light stuff is right or wrong. All I am saying is that these companies have no morals, they have no values, and as soon as something is affecting their profit margins, they will literally just back off from what they were doing. They don't actually support it. They just pretend to support it because it's marketable. That's all they're thinking about is how do we market and get more money. That's it. Thank you for watching the video. And if you have your own opinion on the subject today about companies and how they pretend to care about things, but really they don't care about anything but money, just put it in the comments and let me know. And
I'm sorry, sir. It's time for you to leave.